Hi there, it's Tori, and again I'm going to be taking you through the level 1 yoga for this week. And again, it's just kind of opening into the body. Come to wherever's comfortable for you. I always say yoga is about moving the body and the breath, and all of our abilities are very different. So it might be that you're coming to yoga for a bit of headspace. Or you might be coming to yoga for a bit of flexibility or just kind of general movement. But the magic happens when you start to move the body with the breath, and everything else starts to drown out from around the outside, the kind of external world. So what I'd suggest today is feel free to grab a block or a thick book or an Amazon box, like I said last week. Just something that you can kind of either pop your sitting bones on when you want to sit down, or maybe just gives you a bit of space when you're in poses. And again, just grabbing a strap of some sort, a belt or dressing gown belt, something that kind of doesn't have that much give in it, and we can just use it just to warm in towards the body, and some exercises this morning. So this class, again, will just kind of be a little bit of a gentle kind of a vinyasa flow. We'll get into moving the body and the breath. If there's poses that you can't do, then don't kind of get yourself wound up. Don't feel that you're not good at it. The whole thing about yoga is about kind of getting yourself there. It's about the journey. It's about having patience, and it's about kind of like stilling the body and the mind. So come into whichever poses you can come into. Any issues around muscles or joints, pull yourself out and just pull yourself gently back into the pose. Again, like I said last time, any issues, questions, drop them in the comment box and I can come back to you about them. Otherwise, grab yourself a mat and enjoy the next 45, 50, 60 minutes of the practice. So today what we're going to do is we're going to start by sitting down, cross-legged, kneeling, or if it's more comfortable for you, having your legs out towards the front of the room. And just coming into a comfortable seated position. And we're going to close down the eyes, or taking the gaze down towards the mat in front of us. And we're just going to start to feel the body. Start to mentally scan the body, so just seeing how the legs feel, seeing how the tummy feels, how the torso, how the arms, fingers, neck and head feel. So there might be areas that you feel tight, might be areas that you feel a little bit of tension into, and that's totally fine. We're just taking a moment to be aware of these areas in our body. So when we move through the practice, we can start to move and be careful of ourselves. We're just going to start to feel the breath. And when I say feel the breath, we're just starting to notice the chest rise and fall on the inhales and the exhales. We're going to start to breathe in towards the sides of the ribs. So we're going to start to feel the breath coming in and out. We want to imagine and place the breath coming out to the sides of the ribs. As we exhale, we feel the ribs coming back in towards us. We're going to take a few lovely big inhales. We're going to breathe deeply down in towards the belly. So we're going to let the belly come out towards the front of the room. So we're going to inhale through the nose. Filling the belly. As we exhale, we're exhaling out through the belly first and through the chest. Inhaling down in towards the belly, feeling the belly rise. Exhaling, letting it out. So really feel the breath moving through the body. Inhaling down through the chest into the belly. And then exhaling out. One more round. Inhaling deep down in towards the belly. Exhaling out. And then slowly just coming back into your own breath. And just feeling that breath, feeling whether it's changed slightly, whether it's the same, and that's totally fine. And then slowly, we're just going to start to warm up in towards the neck. So if you want to open the eyes or keeping the eyes closed, we're going to take the gaze over towards the right hand side. Exhaling as we come over towards the left. Inhaling as we come over towards the right. Exhaling as we come over towards the left. Inhaling as we come over towards the right. Exhaling as we come over towards the left. Last round, inhaling right. Exhaling left. We're going to inhale the chin up towards the sky, so we're feeling a stretch to the front, over towards the right. Exhaling as we take the gaze up towards the sky, feeling a stretch coming over towards the left. We're going to inhale right. And then slowly we're going to exhale left. This time we're going to take the gaze down towards the ground. So we're feeling a stretch in towards the back of the neck. Over to the right. Exhaling, gaze come down toward the ground, over towards the left. Inhaling as we gaze down, coming over towards the right. Exhaling, taking that gaze down towards the ground as we come over towards the left. And then slowly we're going to come back in center. Perfect. We're going to take the right ear towards the right shoulder. We're going to take a lovely big inhale. Exhaling, melting those shoulders down to the ground behind us. So we're feeling that stretching towards the neck. We're going to take our right hand, just placing it on top of the head, just giving it a little bit more of a stretch. We might feel the stretch travel down to the shoulder or a little bit more up in towards the ear. Either's totally fine. We're just feeling a stretch, just travel a little bit deeper. We're going to slowly take that hand towards the side, bring ourselves back in center, and then slowly taking that left ear towards the left shoulder. So we're feeling that stretch, taking a lovely big inhale, and then exhaling, just feeling that stretch into the neck. We're going to take that left hand up and just placing it on top of the head, feeling that stretch. Taking a lovely big inhale. Exhaling, letting that shoulder melt down behind us. Again, feeling that stretch, either travel up towards the neck or into the shoulder. Taking that hand, placing it to the outside as we bring ourselves in. Amazing. So we're going to warm into the shoulders, taking the shoulders towards the ears, whichever direction you want to come into. So we're just slowly giving ourselves a little bit of a warm up in towards the torso, in towards the neck. So again, maybe we want to start small. Maybe we want to start to work into those elbows, really starting to feel the body expand. Breathing into the chest, feeling those shoulder rolls. Maybe the arms come wider. Maybe they come out towards the side. Maybe we're rippling into the spine, but coming to wherever's comfortable for you. And then slowly just coming back into stillness. And we're going to start in towards the opposite direction, slowly taking the shoulders behind, lifting them up. So we're just coming into those circular rolls, circular motion. Maybe the shoulders come in. Maybe we're getting really deep into it. Just feeling those shoulders really working up, around the back of the body to the ears, down the front. So we're really kind of making that rib cage move with the body, making those shoulders. And then slowly we're going to stop. We're going to take the hands. We're going to clasp the hands. We're going to take them up towards the sky. So we're feeling a little bit of a stretch in towards the side ribs. Giving ourselves a little bit of a shake, feeling that rib cage. And then we're going to take the right hand down towards the ground. So we inhale, taking the left hand high. Exhaling, we bend into that arm, taking it up and over. We feel a lovely deep stretch into the side body, into the torso, making sure we keep both sitting bones down towards the ground or on towards the block or box that we're sitting on. We're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky and then slowly coming over towards the left side. So left hand down, right hand reaches up. And then slowly we bend in towards the elbow. So again, if we've got any issues in our mobility, maybe taking the block and placing it next to us so our hands higher and we're able to reach up higher and come over. So wherever you are, we're looking for a stretch down the side ribs and into the hip. Taking one more lovely big inhale and exhale. We're going to inhale, lifting ourselves up, coming down towards that right hand side, again getting that stretch. So we're going to inhale, lift up, exhaling, bend into that elbow, feeling that stretch into the side of the body. Taking a lovely big inhale, exhaling as we bend into that arm, feeling that stretch, reaching over. We're going to inhale, lifting ourselves up, coming over towards that left side. So inhale, finding length. Exhaling, we bend in towards that elbow, feeling that side stretch. And then inhaling, we're lifting ourselves up. And we're going to slowly come into our tabletop. So we take the hands underneath the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. So wherever you are, we're just going to come into a couple of cat-cows. So this can be done seated as well if you want to, if it's more comfortable, hands towards the knees and just pulling your chest forward and taking it back. So wherever's comfortable for you. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. We take the front of the pelvis down towards the ground. So we inhale, we open into the heart. Exhaling, we tuck the tummy in towards the spine, we dome out through the back. Option to have the toes tucked or feet down. We inhale into the body, opening up the heart. Exhaling, tucking that tummy in towards the spine, doming through the back. We're pulling the shoulder blades apart and we're tucking that pelvis in. We inhale, breathing into the chest, looking to the front of the room. Exhaling, we tuck that tummy in towards the spine, we dome out the back. Inhaling as we drop the belly, looking towards the front of the room. So last round. Exhaling, we tuck that tummy in towards the spine and we dome out through the back. Perfect. We're going to slowly come back into our tabletop, just giving ourselves a little bit of a sway from side to side. So we're just giving ourselves a little bit of a shake. We're going to place our weight into our right hand. We're going to take our left foot to the back of the mat. We're going to come into the inside of that foot and we're going to take our right foot towards the back of the mat. So we're coming into a modified side plank. So our weight is through the left foot, the right knee and the right hand. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. So we take a lovely big inhale here. Exhaling, we take that hand towards the front of the room, so we're feeling a lovely deep stretch through the side body, through the pelvis, and then all the way down towards the heel on the left hand side. We're taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. We're going to put our weight in towards our right knee. We lift ourselves up, so our weight's between the feet. We take the left hand long down the mat, right hand reaches up towards the sky. Toes are tucked to the back of the mat, back behind us if you want to. We inhale to find length. Exhaling, we're reaching up and over. Feeling a stretch. We want to push the hips to the front of the body, so we're engaging the glutes slightly. Taking one more lovely big inhale here. And then slowly exhaling, hands come down towards the ground, underneath the shoulders, and we're back in towards that tabletop. Giving ourselves a bit of a sway from side to side. And then slowly we're going to take the right foot towards the back of the mat, coming onto the inside of that right foot. Left foot again comes out behind us. We take our right hand up towards the sky on the inhale. Exhaling, we reach that hand up and over as we push through that heel at the back of the mat. So we're finding that side stretch. Lovely big inhale. Lovely deep exhale. One more lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we ground down through that left knee. We bring ourselves up and we slowly take that right hand long down the mat, left hand reaches high. So we're feeling a lovely deep side stretch. If you want to go deeper, we slowly take that hand up and over across the body. Taking a lovely big inhale here. Lovely deep exhale. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're slowly coming back in towards that tabletop. Hands come underneath the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. And again, just giving ourselves a little bit of a shake. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. So we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to push through the heels and we're into our downward dog. So when we're in our downward dog, you might want to just walk your feet just slightly further behind you or the hands slightly towards the front of the mat. Our first downward dog of the day, we're going to walk the dog. So just slowly swaying the hips, left or right, just taking one foot up off a time. And just playing with the weight into the hands. We want to make sure, so we're going to look towards the hands. Our hands are open like stars. And we ground down through the finger pads and through the knuckles. We want to work through to find length in the legs, but it doesn't matter if we can't. We bend into the knees as much as we need to. The main aim is to get a straight line through the spine as we gaze towards our knees, so we're not crooked in the neck, and we're gazing towards the back of the room. We're going to take a lovely big inhale. Lovely deep exhale. And then slowly we're going to come back in towards our tabletop, just giving ourselves a little bit of a rest. Perfect. So we're swaying out through the spine again, just giving ourselves a little bit of release. And we're going to slowly tuck those toes under and we're going to find our downward facing dog once more. So this time we're going to slowly step the right foot towards the front of the mat and we're going to take the left knee down towards the ground. We're finding our low lunge, so we're going to inhale, lifting the hands up towards the sky. So we've got options. We can either balance here, she says. I'm starting to find a little bit of a shake. To find balance, we want to tuck the toes under at the back, and we maybe want to just take our right foot towards the side of the mat. So we inhale the hands high. We want to tuck the tailbone under, so we're tucking it down. We're lifting up the front of the pelvis. We're gazing up towards the sky. If you want to go deeper, we're taking the tummy towards the front of the room. We're finding a lovely big stretch in towards the front of the body, taking a lovely big inhale. Lovely deep exhale. One more lovely big inhale here. Exhaling, we're slowly taking the hands down towards the ground and we're going to step up towards the front of the mat. So we're finding our forward fold. We're going to release the neck. We're going to hold either elbow and we're into our ragdoll. So again, we want to bend the knees as much as we need to. We're looking for space down through the back of the vertebrae, through the neck. So maybe giving yourself a nod and a shake. We're going to ground down to the feet. We're going to take the arms out wide. We reach up towards the sky. We gaze to the thumbs. And then slowly we bring the hands into the center line. So we're standing into that Tadasana at the front of the mat with our feet hip width apart or toes touching, whichever is more comfortable for you. So palms face forward. We take a lovely big inhale and exhale. We're going to inhale, the arms come wide. Reaching up towards the sky, exhaling, hands down through the center line. We're coming into that forward fold. So bending the knees as much as we need to. We gaze to the back of the room. We're going to inhale up halfway. So we're taking the hands to the shins. We're finding length in the spine and we're rolling the shoulders back. It doesn't matter if the knees are bent and the hands towards the knees. we want to find length in the spine. Slowly on the exhale, we release down, and we're going to step that right foot towards the back of the mat. So it might be 1 step, it might be 2 steps. We bend in towards that knee and we lift ourselves up. So we're back into that low lunge. We're going to tuck the tailbone under and lift the hands up towards the sky. So we're finding length. If it's comfortable for you, we slowly push those hips forward. We open into the chest. We're gazing high towards the front of the room, up towards the sky. Taking a lovely big inhale here. Exhaling, we're slowly going to take the hands down towards the ground and we're stepping back in towards that tabletop. So hands are down towards the ground and we're going to slowly tuck the toes under and we're going to lift in towards that downward facing dog once more. So we're gazing towards the back of the room, taking a lovely big inhale, maybe walking the dog if you want to, if it's comfortable. Lovely deep exhale, and we're going to slowly come back down in towards that tabletop. So if downward dog's not comfortable for you, feel free to just take yourself into your tabletop throughout this practice. We're going to take the right foot towards the front of the room again, so we're into that low lunge. It might mean that you need to use your hand to help you, that's totally fine. We inhale the hands high, so again we're tucking that tailbone under. We're reaching through the fingertips up towards the sky. We're going to come into a twist, so we're going to slowly take the right hand back, left hand forward. So we're finding a bit of balance, we're finding a twist in the spine. We want to take an inhale to find length, exhaling to twist. If it's comfortable here, taking your gaze towards the back thumb. We're taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. Inhaling slowly, coming back into that low lunge, hands come high. Exhaling, hands come down towards the ground. We're going to step up towards the front of the mat. So we're going to find our forward fold once more, holding either elbow, bending into the knees as much as we need to, shaking ourselves from side to side. Ground down to the feet, arms come wide, reaching up towards the sky. We gaze to the thumbs. Exhaling, hands down through the center line. We release ourselves into that Tadasana, palms face forward, feet are hip width apart. We tuck the tailbone under, finding space between the shoulders and the ears. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to inhale, the arms come wide, reaching up towards the sky. Exhaling, we fold at the hips, coming into that forward fold. We inhale up halfway, hands to shins or hands to knees, wherever's comfortable for you. We're looking for that length, space between the shoulders and the ears. Exhaling as we fold. Hands come down. And again, we're stepping that right foot towards the back of the mat. Maybe it's 1 step, maybe it's 2. We sweep the hands up towards the sky on the inhale. So we're lifting high, tucking that tailbone under, finding that stability. Exhaling, right hand comes forward, left hand comes back. So we're into that twist. We want to find the spine straight above the hips. We take a lovely big inhale. Exhaling to twist, so we gaze towards that left thumb. Taking one more lovely big inhale here. Exhaling, we slowly take the hands up towards the sky, coming back into that low lunge. Exhaling, hands come down towards the ground. We step back in towards our downward facing dog or our tabletop. So whichever variation is more comfortable for you. We're going to slowly, wherever you are, we're going to walk our feet towards the front of the mat. So we're going to find our forward fold. We're going to hold either elbow and just sway from side to side. We ground down through the feet, arms come wide as we reach up towards the sky. Gazing towards the thumbs, exhaling, hands down through the center line. We're going to come in towards a couple of side stretches, so palms come down next to us. Feet hip width apart or toes touching. We're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky. We're going to take our hands either into prayer, or we're going to take our hands into a mudra with our index finger pointing upwards and our thumbs next to our index fingers. We want to find inhale with our length. And then exhaling, we're going to come over towards the right hand side. So we place our hips towards the left and we find ourselves into a stretch. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale and exhale. Inhaling as we slowly lift ourselves up. So we're finding that length through the body. Exhale, we're just going to release those shoulders just for a moment, giving ourselves a bit of a shake. We're going to inhale the hands high into that stretch. Exhaling, we're going to slowly come over to the left. So wherever's comfortable for you, we take a lovely big inhale, lifting up. Exhaling to fold. Finding that stretch through the body. Inhaling as we slowly lift ourselves up. And then slowly releasing the arms down next to us, giving our shoulders a bit of a shake. We're going to come into a forward fold. So we're going to inhale the arms up towards the sky, gazing to the thumbs. Exhaling, we're going to fold all the way down towards the ground. So we're going to use our block here, placing it down in front of the chest, under the shoulders. If it's comfortable for you, coming down towards the ground, but wherever you are, we want to have a straight spine. We're going to take the left hand so it's directly below the face. We want the hands under the shoulders. So rather than having them over here or too far forward, we want it underneath the shoulders. So we take the hand down, we take the right hand up towards the sky on the exhale. We inhale, so we find stretching towards the collarbones. And exhale. Inhaling one last time. Exhaling, we take that right hand down towards the ground. Swapping the hands over, so we slowly take that left hand up towards the sky. We're finding that stretch through the spine, breathing into the collarbones. Lovely big inhale. Lovely deep exhale. One last lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we slowly take the hand back underneath the face. We ground down to the feet and we slowly take the arms up towards the sky, breathing in, reaching high. Exhaling, hands down through the center line. We release the hands, palms face forward, finding that space between the shoulders and the ears. We're going to take a lovely big step with our left foot towards the back of the mat, so the right knees towards the front of the room. We're finding our warrior two. So we're bending towards the front leg, we tuck the tailbone under and we're gazing towards our right middle finger. Hands are parallel towards the ground. Any issues here, just take your hands down and work with the lower body, so wherever's comfortable for you. We're gazing towards that right middle finger, so we're keeping focus. We're going to inhale, shoulders high. Exhaling, releasing those shoulders down next to us. So we're finding that space. We're taking one more lovely big inhale. Exhaling, we're going to take that right elbow to our right knee. Left hand reaches up and over. So we're finding that lovely deep side stretch again. Pushing through the heel towards the back of the room. If you want to, gazing towards that top hand. We're just finding a bit of stretch through the side body. Taking one more lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to ground down to that big toe. We're going to lift ourselves all the way back into standing. We're going to lengthen through the front leg. And we're going to slowly reach to the front of the room. Hips go to the back of the room. We're finding that stretching towards the inside of the thigh. If you want to, hand comes down towards our shin or to a block, and the left hand reaches up towards the sky. Again, we want to have space, so we're not tucking those shoulders into the ears. Gazing towards the top hand if we can, up in front of us. or if it's easier, down towards the ground. So wherever's comfortable for you. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. Taking one more lovely big inhale and exhale. We're going to gaze down towards that right big toe. We're going to lift ourselves up. So slowly putting ourselves up. We're going to release the hands and we're going to slowly step that back foot in towards us. And we're going to come in towards that Tadasana at the front of the mat. Tuck the toes under, palms face forward, taking a lovely big inhale. A lovely deep exhale. One last lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to come into the other side. So we're taking the right foot towards the back of the mat. Maybe it's one step, maybe it's two, and we're bending in towards that left leg. So we're coming into that warrior two on the other side. Hands come parallel towards the ground, and just checking the back arm is parallel towards the shoulder. We want to have that space between the shoulders and the ears. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. One more lovely big inhale here. And exhale. We're going to slowly inhale, lifting ourselves up slightly, exhaling. We're going to bend in towards that left elbow to our left knee. So we're coming into a comfortable space. It's deep in towards the hips, and we take the right hand up and over to the front of the room. We're pushing that heel out towards the back of the room, so we're finding that stretch. We're taking a lovely big inhale here. Lovely deep exhale. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to slowly ground down, lifting ourselves up. We're going to lengthen through that left leg. We reach towards the front of the room, left hip comes to the back of the room. And again, if you want to, hand towards the shin as the right hand goes high, or taking it to that block or that hard back book that you have. Option to take the gaze up towards that right hand or towards the front. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to slowly ground down through that front foot. So we lift ourselves all the way back into standing. We hop the back leg up towards the front of the mat. So we're back in towards that standing. Tadasana at the front of the mat. Palms face forward, taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. One more lovely big inhale. Open your mouth and sighing it out. We're going to come into a bit of a balance. So we have options. You can take yourself next to a wall, just taking your hand towards the wall if you want to. Otherwise, hands towards the hips or hands into prayer. We point the toes on the left hand side. We slowly bring the knee in, so the ankle in, knee towards the outside. And we drag the toe along the floor. So we have option one, toes on the floor. So we're having a bit of help with the balance, and the ankle and the heel together. If you're comfortable here, we take our foot towards the inner calf. We put pressure in towards the hands. So we've got a little bit of space, a little bit of counterbalance. We keep the gaze on a non-moving point. To help us, we take a lovely big inhale. And exhale. Lovely big inhale. Exhale, we slowly release that left foot down. So again, doesn't matter if we wobble, palm trees wobble, so it's totally fine. Giving ourselves a little bit of a shake through the legs, we're going to place the weight in towards our left leg. We point the right toes. We slowly take that right heel in And then we drag the toes along the mat. So we're finding our heel and our ankle together. The knees out towards the sides, so we're opening into the hip. Hands to prayer or towards the hips. Wherever's comfortable for you. Equally, it's totally fine. Take your hand towards the wall for a bit of balance. If you want to, taking it towards the calf. We take a lovely big inhale here. A lovely deep exhale. Taking one more lovely big inhale. And exhale. And then slowly releasing that leg and giving it a bit of a shake. So we're going to sway our hips down towards the ground. So it doesn't matter where we come to. Coming in towards a deep squat, so it might be that we just come down, hands towards the ground if we want to, as we sway the hips. If we want to, just bending in towards the knees, so we come straight down and just giving ourselves a little bit of a shake from side to side. So we're releasing through the hips and through the legs. And then slowly we're going to come down. So we're going to take our feet towards the front of the mat and we take the toes up towards the sky. So coming into our Dandasana is where we sit and we take the hands next to us. If you can, placing the palms down towards the ground. I've got a tall torso, so I take my fingertips down. We want to have the toes pointing up towards the sky. We're activating the muscles in the body and the legs. So we're finding a straight spine. We're gazing towards the toes. So in this pose, we're actually activating everything in the body. We're taking a lovely big inhale. Lovely deep exhale. Taking another deep breath. And exhale. We're going to slowly inhale. We're going to bend in towards our right leg. We're going to take our left hand towards the outside of the right leg. We have options here. If you want to, just staying with the foot on the ground, we take the right hand towards the back of the room. So we're finding a bit of a twist. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. One more lovely big inhale here. Toes are active towards the sky at the front. Lovely deep exhale. If you want to go deeper, feel free to stay where you are if this is much of a twist. If you want to, we're lifting that leg and we're making it parallel towards the ground. So again, we're still gazing towards that right thumb at the back of the mat. We're keeping active in both of our feet. We're taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. One more lovely big inhale here. And exhale. We're going to slowly inhale back in center. We're going to release that leg out towards the front, giving it a bit of a shake. So coming in towards the other side, we're going to bend in towards that left leg. Right hand comes to the outside of that left foot. Option to stay here. Again, any issues with holding onto the feet, we use the strap and we give ourselves a bit of space. So we can always use our strap in towards holding poses. So if you're holding onto your foot and it's too much to have the foot, so we bend in towards that foot, we keep both feet active. Left hand reaches towards the back of the room. Taking a lovely big inhale here. Lovely deep exhale. One more lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to slowly inhale, coming back in center. And we're going to lift that left foot off the ground, so we're finding a bit of space. Bending, keeping that leg bent and trying to get that leg parallel towards the ground. And we're going to reach towards the back of the room. So we're still finding that twist, keeping the balance in the sitting bones. We take a lovely big inhale. And exhale. One more lovely big inhale here. And exhale. Slowly we're going to bring ourselves back in center. We're going to bend in towards that leg, releasing it down and just giving our legs a bit of a shake. We're going to come into a forward fold. So we're going to take the muscles around from our sitting bones. We're going to inhale the hands up towards the sky so we find length. And exhaling, we're going to fold forward. So we come to wherever's comfortable for you. Hands towards the shins, the ankle or the feet. So we want to find length into the spine. Exhaling to fold. Taking another lovely big inhale. Exhaling to fold. One last lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to inhale, walking the hands back in towards us. We're going to come into the same forward fold, but slightly differently. So we have options over the next couple of weeks. We bend in towards the legs. We take the tummy towards the thighs. So when we're comfortable here, we take the hands towards the feet, or we use a strap. We're going to slowly just walk the feet towards the front of the room. And as soon as we start to feel the thighs come away from the tummy, we pull ourselves back and we find the forward fold. So it might be that we're here, and that's totally fine. We're working with lengthening out the muscles and the connective tissue around this part of the body. As soon as we start to work through this part of the body, we'll be able to start to lengthen through the legs, finding more flexibility. We keep the gaze towards the big toes, keeping length in towards the back of the neck. Again, we don't want to be pulling ourselves down so we're too tight into the body. We want to still find a bit of relax into the body. Taking a lovely big inhale. Lovely deep exhale. One last lovely big inhale. And exhaling, we're going to release the strap and we're going to release the legs out towards the front of the room. We're going to inhale the left leg, in towards the inner thigh. So right leg's out towards the front of the room. If you want to, if the leg is lifted, we place the block or the book underneath just to give ourselves that space. If the legs are down onto the ground, that's totally fine. We take the right toes up towards the sky. We inhale to find length. Exhaling as we tuck the tummy in towards the spine and we fold forward. Hands come towards the knee, the shin, the foot, wherever's comfortable for you. We want to make sure we're not doming in towards the pose to reach far forward. So we want to inhale, shoulders roll down the back, and it might be that we only come here. We're looking to have a stretch towards the top of the leggings or the top of our shorts, and we gaze towards our big toe. We take a lovely big inhale. A lovely deep exhale. Taking two lovely deep inhales, finding that space. A lovely deep exhale. We're going to slowly inhale, lifting ourselves up. We're going to come into a twist. So we're going to take the right hand towards the inside of our right knee. Left hand's going to reach out towards the back of the room. So we're into a twist. Toes are active at the front of the mat. And we're gazing towards our left big thumb. We're using the breath. So we take a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling to twist. One more lovely big inhale. Exhaling to twist. We're going to slowly inhale as we come back in center. We're going to bring that knee in and we're going to slowly place it on the outside of that right leg. So option here, if it's too much, keeping it on the inside of the leg. If you want to, taking it on the outside. We take the right hand out behind us. If it's too much, placing it onto a brick. We inhale to find length. We reach up towards the sky. Exhaling, we either take the elbow to the outside of that knee, or inside of the knee, or on the outside. Outside, we could also just use the hand to hug into the body. We inhale to find length. Exhaling, we twist and we take the gaze to the back of the mat. So we take a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling as we twist and we gaze towards the back of the room. One last lovely big inhale. Exhaling to twist. We're going to slowly inhale, coming back in center. We're going to release the legs out and give them a bit of a shake. So coming in towards the other side, we take the right foot to the inside of the left inner thigh. Any issues with the knee being high, we place the brick under the knee. We're going to take a lovely big inhale, finding length. Exhaling as we twist and we fold forward. So hands come down to the knee, the shin or the foot. If we don't reach the foot, we use that strap. Again, we're going to take a lovely big inhale, rolling the shoulders up to the ears, exhaling, rolling back. So it might be we're up here. We want the straight spine before we fold. We take a lovely big inhale. Exhaling to fold. We use that breath, taking one more lovely big inhale. Exhaling to fold. Releasing the hands or releasing the strap. We're going to walk the hands in towards us. We're going to slowly bring that knee into the chest. Option to have the leg either on the inside, or if you want to, taking the foot on the outside. We take the right hand behind us. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. Exhaling as we take that elbow to the outside of the knee. If you need to, we use it and we take it to find that twist. We take a lovely big inhale, lifting up. Exhaling as we twist and we take the gaze over that shoulder. We take another lovely big inhale, lifting ourselves up. Exhaling as we twist. One last lovely big inhale. Exhaling as we twist. As I've missed out one of the poses, we're going to slowly take that knee out towards the side once more. So again, if you want to, just placing that brick on the outside underneath that knee. We're going to take that left hand towards the inside of our left foot. And we take that right hand towards the back of the room, so we're into that twist. So it doesn't matter where we come to. We take a lovely big inhale to find length. Exhaling, we twist and we gaze towards that right thumb. Taking one more lovely big inhale. Exhaling to twist. We're going to slowly inhale, bring ourselves back in center. This time just releasing the leg out towards the front and we give it a bit of a shake. We're going to come into our wide leg forward fold once more. So we just take the legs out wide. Totally fine to stay in the same position towards the front of the mat. We want to take our sitting bones, take the meat away from our sitting bones. We inhale the hands up towards the sky so we find length. Exhaling as we reach towards the front of the room, hands come down towards the mat, wherever's comfortable for you. This time we're going to take the chin in towards the chest. So as we take the chin into the chest, we feel the stretch through the back of the neck. Toes are still active towards the sky. So this one's a lovely release in towards the back of the spine, into the neck, if we've been looking at our laptop all day. Taking the gaze down towards the thumbs, or if you want to, enjoying that stretch, closing the eyes. Taking a lovely big inhale here. Lovely deep exhale. One last lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to slowly, keeping the chin where it is, we walk the hands back in towards us. And we slowly bring the head up as last, making sure there's no issues into the neck. We bend in towards the legs, helping our legs come towards the front of the mat. So feet towards the front of the mat, we're coming in towards our inversion, so you have options. You can either come down onto your back and just placing your legs up on towards the wall. So just coming in towards a straight line into the wall and just leaving your legs up towards the sky. Hands can come towards the tummy or take the palms out wide. If you don't have a wall near you, then feel free to use the strap. Taking the strap towards the legs and just bending into the knees and having a little bit of an inversion in towards the practice. Holding onto the straps gently, so we're not holding ourselves into this pose. Again, any issues, just take the feet down towards the ground with the knees up towards the sky. What we're doing in this pose is we're just letting all the goodness of circulation, lymph, interstitial fluid in the body just come down into the body as we spend our day with gravity pulling it down to our feet. So it just gives us a bit of a rest in towards our lungs, in towards our heart. We gaze towards our big toes as they're up towards the sky. And then slowly we're going to release the strap, release the legs down. We're going to come into our Savasana, so we slowly take the legs out to the front of the room. Feet come wide, palms face upwards, and we slowly lay down onto our backs. Any issues in towards our lumbar spine, we bend the knees come up towards the sky. We want to find our relax into this pose, so we take a lovely big inhale, lovely deep exhale. Coming to wherever's comfortable for you. If you want to place a blanket, grab a jumper, placing it on top of you, that's totally fine. Taking a lovely big inhale and exhale. So just going to hold here for a couple of minutes. Just letting yourself relax down onto the mat. Eyes are closed or softly open. And slowly, wherever you are, the legs are straight or knees are bent, just starting to wiggle the toes, maybe circle the ankles, working into the fingertips. We're going to take the arms over the head. We're going to give ourselves a full body stretch, so reaching through the fingertips, through the toes. And then slowly we're going to bring the knees into the chest, giving ourselves a lovely big hug. We're going to take ourselves over to the left or the right hand side, whichever's available to you. And we just hold here for a moment, just on our side, just finding a little bit of support. We're going to ground down to the right hand and we're going to slowly, or the top hand, and just bring ourselves into a comfortable position at the top of the mat. So whether that's cross-legged or kneeling for you. Shoulders rolling down the back, hands towards the knees or the thighs. So we're just finding that space. Taking a lovely big inhale. And exhale. We're going to bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. May the light in me honour the light in you. And we bow our heads to honour our practice. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that practice. It's a little bit slower. So if there's any questions, drop it in the comment box. But otherwise, have a lovely week. And I'll drop one up more, level 2 this week. But otherwise, I'll see you soon.